talk about why I decided to return to a 9-to-5 job after being a full-time digital content creator. I honestly feel like this is not talked about enough because I know for so many people, the dream is to leave behind your corporate job, leave behind your 9 to 5, and create content full-time, forever, hopefully. But what about those of us who got to live the dream but decided to go back? So I recently moved back to the US after living abroad in London for 4.5 years. And while I was there, I was a full-time YouTuber. So I was vlogging about my life abroad and uploading pretty much weekly. Living abroad was an amazing experience, y'all. But after a while, I started to realize, like, I can't talk about this forever. I was starting to feel a bit bored and burnt out from sharing my day-to-day life because not every day was super interesting. And I
You see, here it is again. No inspiration, got bored, and like some people have mentioned, I've done. I think this is part 3 or part 4 of this. So somebody, like quite a number of them, have mentioned how having a 9 to job have given them a lot more to talk about. There's always something to talk about because of your day-to-day interaction with your colleagues and the project you're working on. So there's always something to talk about. But imagine this. And actually, there was a girl, a one Chinese girl that was blogging about her 9 to 5 that she lives in London. Guy on YouTube, she had the last time I saw, all her videos were getting good views because every day there was different things she's talking about every day. So if she wants to even vlog about her life every day, you will watch it because it's different angle, different perspective. And she when she comes, she makes food for herself and her dad. So she was taking care of her dad, aged dad. So people were always looking forward to her next day activity. She get now I'm beginning to actually say, are you sure somebody not going to do this 9 to 5? Well, no, I'm doing business. So as time goes on, there's my channel that I want to be talking about my business, the challenges, and what I'm facing, what it has taught me so far. I've done six businesses so far in the past 5 years or 6 years, and they've flopped. Now I'm doing my sixth one, the Afrocentric. But I know that I finally come to the one I want to be doing. I'm supposed to have started it long ago, but I didn't. But I finally found it. So there's a lot to talk about. And of course, as I'm doing the business interacting with customers, there's always a lot to talk about. So I get it. Doing something alongside content creation is actually the way to go if you want to do it for longest and you want to be relatable.
started to feel
Yes.
like I was living to make content, like everything had to be content. And with my content being so focused on my personal life and sharing my day to day, it became really difficult, y'all, because I wasn't always mentally in the space to create content about my life. Like, I dealt with a lot of challenges while I lived abroad. And if I wasn't in the place to create content, that also meant I wasn't in a place to make money. So it was starting to become an issue. I originally went to London to study for my master's degree and ended up staying way longer than I ever expected. But since the beginning, I had always told myself, if this ever stops making sense, I'm going back to work. I'm going back to a 9 to 5. Okay? I got 2 degrees. And after turning 30, I really just started craving like a stronger sense of stability. I wanted to start contributing to a 401k again. I wanted to start saving money again. Like, now my story is not going to be the same for everyone. People have different niches, right? My niche was
Exactly. This is what people are also failing to understand. Everybody's never going to have the same experience, the same reality. Your reality is different from that of mine. Do you get? So you should just pick what works for you. I know for a fact that I'm never going back to a 9 to 5. I'm not cut out for 9 to 5. I knew that from longest time ago. But see business. Business is the hill I will die on. I can even leave my content creation for my business. Do you get? Because I know business, I'm gonna make my money, very good money from business. Ah, so do you get? Find out what works for you. The funny thing is that see the way this is becoming a trend now. Creators going back to the 9 to 5. You see somebody that doesn't even like 9 to 5 who want to go back so that let them to be part of the trend just for the vibes, and they will not go there and start being miserable. What works for you? Is it business and content creation? Is it 9 to 5 and content creation? There are people that they're even doing. I know of a content creator in my country. She has a content. She's doing a content creation and is booming. Is booming. She has a 9 to 5 and she also has business. But I noticed that her business, she's not focusing so much energy on the business, but it's also going well for her because her content life as an influencer is influencing people to buy from her. Do you get? So she's doing three, and the three are doing well. So what it is that you know that you want to do? And she says she's not living a 9 to 5 because why is she living it? So what is it that you want to do? Ask yourself. Don't do it because the next person is doing it. Do you get? Know you, self-aware, give yourself that gift. I don't want to work at all. I just want the money. Creating content seems like future job. Do what works for you. I was self-employed for almost 4 years and went back to a 9 to 5. Now I'm doing both, but I needed that stability. I don't think I will ever quit again, no matter how much I make. You see? You see, I love this for this person. Know yourself. The power of the pivot. It's okay to pivot when you need to. If something isn't working, content creation fits or career, pivoting in a different direction is not a failure. Exactly. Exactly. I for one have do you know how many times I've pivoted? Even in content creation, I've pivoted a lot. Vlogging is the thing I've not done. Do I started with vlogging, but I was so bad at it. I had to pivot. Do you get? You know you find out what fits you.
I think a lot of people think content is an easy job and it's not. A lot of people go into it thinking, oh, it's such an easy job, and then it's not. And this is not the kind of video where I tell you that, oh, I'm a content creator and it's just so hard and these are the reasons why it's like so hard. No, it's not that kind of video. I was watching a video where a creator was saying that they're leaving the creator industry because it is just so saturated. There are so many of us, and because of that, it is next to impossible to reach the top, to be a top fame level content creator in South Africa. Verbatim, this is what the creator said. We have about 2.2 million people in South Africa making content, 2.2 million people trying to become influencers. So in order for you to have a top spot, to be a top creator, that's 1 in 2.2 million, according to this creator, verbatim what they said. Here's my thing. Why should it be easy? Why should it be 1 in 5 people become the top creator? No, it's not supposed to be easy to have the top spot. Can we put some respect on the people that are at the top? Can we put some respect on Lee Kuzwai or Grace Montana, those people that are at the top? Do you think they just woke up at the top? No. It's not supposed to be easy. I think with content creation, it's something that we expect to be easy. Oh, I'm going to leave my 9 to 5 and it's just going to be the easier way, the more slower way of life. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I think there's two kinds of content creation. It's easy to become a viral content creator, make a video, become viral, get people talking about you. It is not easy to build something sustainable, something that lasts after the viral moment, something that you can treat like a business, something that
I like the way she started. I already knew that this is a smart person, and I've noticed that the smart ones are the ones that are able to build sustainability. It's easy to go viral, especially on TikTok. Anybody and their mama can go viral, but what happens after that virality comes? Some people, their viral moment has even swallowed them, have made them more depressed than ever because they didn't know what to do, they didn't know what to go about it. A lot of people know how to pivot or navigate a viral moment. You get? So it's not easy. You think because you see them the way they glamorize, you think it's easy. If they start showing you their back end, you wouldn't even want to go into it.
gives you an income like a business. That's not easy, and I think we need to put a lot more respect on the skill set that is needed to be a successful top influencer. I don't think it's easy to get there. I think it's consistency, it's influencer marketing, it's studying an audience, it's refining your content. A lot goes into it, and I don't think a lot of people actually realize that, because it's like, well, I can pick up my phone, anybody can do it. No, not really. Not everybody can be consistent for years when nothing is happening. Not everybody can deal with the emotional part of content creation, because it's an emotional resilience game. That's my little.
It is. It is, especially if you are doing it all by yourself. This is why I always encourage people that are planning to go into content creation, or anyone that's already doing it, that is doing it alone. You will burn out easily, you will get discouraged easily. So you need to build a community around you. And if you are building community, you also be mindful of the kind of community you are building. Don't just build community because, oh, they say I should build community. Build community of like minds. people that you guys share values, people that when you say something they're not discouraging you from it, rather they will look for ways to help you achieve it. Those are the people you should be building community with. Don't just build community with anybody that's available. Do you get? So yeah, if you want to go far, build with people. If not, you give up easily. Somebody in the comments said, I was telling my sister and friend about this recently. No matter how good your content is, it feels like brands have created a standard that creators are constantly expected to meet if they want to be recognized. Keeping up with those expectations is exhausting on its own, but what's even more frustrating is putting so much time, effort, and creativity into your work and still not getting the engagement it deserves. It also feels like many brands are no longer interested in discovering and growing emerging creators. Instead, they've already chosen their preferred group of influencers and creators, and most opportunities continue to circulate within that same circle. There are so many talented makeup artists and content creators producing incredible work, yet they often get overlooked. The few opportunities that remain are left for smaller creators to compete over, over, make it, over making it even harder to break through. It can be discouraging when talent and consistency don't seem to be enough to get noticed. Yeah, this, this is another reason why I encourage creators to take themselves to YouTube, especially if you're from Africa, because Africans on TikTok are creating for brands. TikTok don't pay anybody in Africa, which is why you need to take yourself to TikTok, YouTube. I mean, so you are not just focused on creating for brand. You are creating your content to meet audience needs, audience that they will watch, and YouTube will pay you at the end of the month. When you are doing that, there's not much pressure. And when the bad deals come, they come. And when you as you are growing, you keep growing. Before you know it, brands themselves are the ones coming to meet you. And for those on TikTok, what I will also encourage is build for the audience, not for brands. Do your thing. There's how you create a community around you that the brands will be forced to come to you. So you're not creating for brands, you're creating for your audience. And that's number one mistake that a lot of creators are making. And if you continue to make this, you'll be frustrated.
This is me quitting being a full-time content creator. Hi, I'm Rachel. I've been a full-time travel content creator for years and traveling full-time for the last 8 years. This isn't at all about travel burnout. I'm actually moving abroad again very soon. Look, for nearly a decade, my life has been built around seasons. Seasonal jobs, seasonal income, seasonal homes. It's been very fun and very chaotic, and I still wholeheartedly recommend that path for anybody figuring themselves out. It gave me freedom, amazing stories, and resilience, and along the way, I became a content creator. For context, I've loved filming videos since before YouTube.
My God, this is looking like my country. Why is it looking like my country? And she's even inside a tricycle.
Even existed. I went to film school and I know I'll always create videos, but turning it into my full-time main job in the past few years has absolutely changed the experience for me. At first, of course, it felt like freedom. I became my own boss, but over time I got tired. I got tired of needing everything to perform. I got tired of tying my safety to algorithms that I don't control, and of course relying on an income that spikes one month and then disappears the next. But mainly, I got tired of feeling like I always had to be visible to stay relevant. And yes, I have had success. I have built a community of over 580,000 followers across platforms. I've landed big brand deals, had viral moments, and months that paid very well. And I've done seasonal work, I've picked up other jobs, but video creation has always been the glue keeping everything together. But after I took a pause, I realized that I felt the most creative back when this was just a side thing. So I'm looking for a remote job, and I'm gonna be picky. I know in this job economy, that is the most insane thing to say, and I realize that it may take a long time, but I'm looking for a job that ticks these boxes. Number one, it has to be truly remote, as in I can work from anywhere in the world. Number two, I need to actually jive with the company. And three, it should be operational or behind the scenes work as opposed to customer service. I know the market is very tough. I've applied to dozens of jobs already and only had 2 interviews, but I'm patient. I'm in a really lucky place right now where I can wait for the right fit, and so I will be documenting the process along the way. Because will I be documenting the process along the way?
Okay, so I'm actually happy for her. And having done it for a decade, that's a long time. And I'm sure that her life must have been changed. So, and we can see it from the video. I'm happy for her. And now she's in a place where she gets to choose what she wants, what fits what she's looking for. She's not forced to choose because she needs to pay bills. I love it for her. Somebody said, can I ask how you are moving abroad with a remote job? Don't you need a job to get the visa to move abroad? I'm in this same boat trying to move to Australia, but I need an Australian job to sponsor me. She now responded, yes, I have moved about 4 times and I've never done it with a remote job. I've always done it through working holiday visas. So we save up dollars and then arrive and apply for job once we get there. Okay, this makes sense. Wow. You see, I love reading comments so that you get to learn more. I love this. The fact that you made this into a piece of content truly shows that you're a content creator at your core. Do you get? Yeah, that's that. You see, she has been doing it over a decade. What do you expect?
Is it me or are we starting to see the 9 to 5 make a comeback? I don't know if it's just my For You page, but over the last few days, all I've been seeing is full-time content creators, full-time influencers saying that they're done with influencing full-time. The headlines are they don't find it intellectually stimulating, they hate the inconsistency of pay, and they find it pretty isolating. Which completely makes sense because the nature of the job for most people is you making videos in your home typically, and then working with brands to advertise their products and services. So for me, this hashtag 9 to 5 comeback, which is what I'm calling it, makes complete sense. And to be honest, I predicted that things would go this way anyway. As I've been saying for a while that I would not quit my career to be a full-time content creator. In fact, I took a year off and did content for a year, and I'm back, clocked in at work now. I learned a lot from that experience, and now I'm a huge advocate for people just doing both. Like, girl, please don't quit your corporate job unless you really want to, just to pursue content full time, especially not just from the jump, like if you've only been working for a couple of months and all you're seeing is people being like, be a content creator, be an influencer, do this, do that. Don't just leave your job because of that. I'm doing both for the last 5 years, apart from a year out, and honestly, the benefits of having both is unmatched. Of having a
I love it. So you see why videos like this are necessary because people need to learn. And I don't know why people are not even giving to research. But let me know if I don't know why, because even when I started my content creation, I didn't even do research anything. Then I was still so timid. I didn't even know anything. So being a content creator actually opened my eyes to researching about things, researching about things before starting it, or while you are even doing, you keep researching to improve on it. Do you get? So people need videos like this so that they learn and they are better positioned and to make better decisions for themselves instead of just jumping at it from the word go. Don't leave your 9 to 5 if you're already doing 9 to 5. Don't leave it for content creation. Start the content creation on the side until you are sure that this can feed and sponsor you comfortably and still save. And again, while you do that, when you leave your 9 to 5 and focus on it fully, make sure you are building a business out of it. That way, it will be able to sustain you for the longest time. And you have a lot more to talk about regarding the topic. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. What's this bird doing here? Can you guys hear that? The bird making noise. I'm actually seeing it. The peak is orange. What bird is this? All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.